I've talked about this in a couple videos before, and this is something I actually kind of want to talk about again. And right now, to me, this is probably the biggest conversation that's taken place in the universe of Scream fans, aside from who's going to die in Scream 7 between Gale and Kirby. I think this one right here is even bigger because, according to Screen Rant, Scream 7 must answer a crucial question about Sam Carpenter. Scream 7 needs to answer a question and end the mystery around Sam Carpenter's identity. Neve Campbell returned as the ultimate final girl Sidney Prescott in Scream 5, with legacy characters Gale Weathers and Dewey Riley. However, similar to Scream 4, the perspective shifted to a new generation of high schoolers being terrorized by Ghostface. Campbell's Scream 6 exit and Dewey's death in the previous film meant only Gale was left, and Sam was the new final girl. Sam is connected to the original Woodsboro murders because her father is Scream 1 Ghostface Billy Loomis. This added depth to the franchise, making Scream 5 and Scream 6 more than whodunit slasher films, but also explorations of good versus evil and how Sam falls somewhere in between. Throughout both films, Sam is unsure if she's a hero or a villain, like Billy, who is capable of committing the same horrible crimes. She sees Billy in the mirror, and like a typical devil on the shoulder, he encourages her to be just like him. However, her own conscience tells her differently. At the end of Scream 6, Sam drops Ghostface's mask and walks away, but Scream 7 needs to give a definite answer about Sam. And next it says, Sam has to choose good or evil. What's kept Scream going successfully for so many years is its ability to reinvent itself over and over again. Even when some Ghostfaces have had similar motives, or when the requel films took inspiration from the originals, Scream has always found a way to add a fresh twist to things that have already been done. Screams 5 and 6 both explored Sam's struggles with choosing good or evil, and by the end of Scream 6, she suggests she's ready to stop doubting herself and choose good. If Scream 7 doesn't stick with this decision or make a new storyline where she's evil, the plot will wear itself out. Now, hold on. Again, this is one of those things it's like a yes and no type thing. I'm half and half on this. So they just said if Scream 7 doesn't stick with this decision or make a new storyline which the plot will wear itself out, well, that subplot would wear itself out, but I don't think that would that really affect the typical element, the key element of Scream? I mean, it doesn't take away from the whodunit, and, does that have any effect on, is Sidney going to return, or what's going to happen with Gale and Kirby in the next movie? I don't know. It's a tough one. And like I said before, me personally, I'm not going to say that I care that much about what they do with her character. I think it's still better if she stays on the good side, because that would defeat the entire purpose of her character development if they turn her onto the evil side. So, and here's what the rest of this says. Reusing the same storyline over and over again while never giving fans a direct answer won't work in Scream's favor. Shows like Pretty Little Liars angered fans by dragging out A's identity for years, making the big reveal underwhelming. Scream is at risk of the same thing if they don't establish the truth behind Sam. For Scream 7, it would be best to stick with the Scream 6 ending and let Sam walk away from her father's past and be her own hero. I think that makes sense. How Scream 7 can maintain the possibility that Sam is evil. If Sam decides to be good, it doesn't mean fans should rip up their theories that she'll ever be involved in a Ghostface massacre. Scream 7 can still leave open the possibility of Sam being evil. Stu has been long gone since his Scream 1 death, but fans haven't stopped theorizing that he's still alive and has been the ringmaster Ghostface for the 5 sequels. Anything is possible in the Scream universe, so Sam deciding she's a good person doesn't mean she can never be Ghostface. It just means viewers don't have to witness her constantly questioning it. Sam must decide in Scream 7. But that decision can change anytime. You know what? To tell you the truth, I think Stu Macher is dead. I really think that. But again, this is Scream we're talking about. Anything's possible. So now, I don't know. I will tell you, part of that article did say something that of what I said before. I said, even if it's possible that, so it's possible that she could be a villain in the future, but that doesn't necessarily mean it'll happen in Scream 7. She could still be the hero throughout Scream 7. That could open up the possibility for her to be a villain in Scream 8. But I'm not saying that I want that to happen either. Again, that would mess up the character development and her being like the new Sydney, like the new final girl of what they've talked about. Again, it's a tough one. It's really a tough one. There's another, that's another article that I'm going to get to in a different video. But I mean, again, I know that there's been this huge debate. I mean, I've gotten a lot of comments about it in terms of, hey, we think that she should be a villain because then that'll give a reason for Sydney to come back and she could be the one to kill Sam, or Sam may not have to die. She'll commit the crimes, and then let's say they just arrest her and they send her to prison. That's a possibility because that's what they did with one person in the Scream TV show in season 2. I'm not going to say who it was because I don't want to spoil it in case you didn't see it. But let's just say that somebody was a killer in there and then they ended up going to prison. So, I mean, that's that, people. So, again, we got to see what Scream 7 brings for Gail and Kirby and Sydney, but especially Sam.